Race number 253 on your programme is the A final of the Under-17 Women's Single Scull. In lane 1 from PLC Perth, Charlotte Hill. In lane 2 from Townsville, James Cook University, Lauren Smith. In lane 3 from St Margaret's, Eliza Gray. And in lane 4 from St Margaret's, Wallis Russell. In lane 5 from Melbourne Rowing Club, Sky Froebel. In lane 6 from Corowa, Megan Vogel. In lane 7 from Yarra, Kathleen Hanson. And in lane 8 from Cathedral, Lilyana Rayment.
It is Wallis Russell and Sky Froebel, the semi-final winners. It was Sky Froebel. It almost had that Adam Backer style semi-final where she did the work early and was able to back off later on. So she'd go into this race as the favourite. Wallis Russell also in the mix, and it was Kathleen Hanson that backed it off a little bit in her semi-final as well. So some quality scullers coming down the course in the Under-17 Women's Single Scull. They've only covered around about 300 or so metres in that event, and their B final is just before it, and it is coming up through the 1500 metre mark at the present moment with Tiana Bradshaw, sculler in lane number 3 for the Cathedral School that leads final B, and going out very hard in lane number 5 was Celia Cowan of Unity College, but now Leichhardt's Lauren Lyon starting to put her under pressure, and Sydney girls' Georgia Bradley is also coming home very strongly at the back end of this one. As the Sydney girls' sculler now just starting to put her bow a little bit ahead of the Cathedral sculler Tiana Bradshaw in the latter stages of this B final. And currently in third spot, Lauren Lyon of Leichhardt Rowing Club, and then Celia Cowan of Unity College has really gone out hard, looking as though she's paying for it in this last 500 or so metres, as she's gone from second back to about fourth spot at the present moment. Over on the far side of the course, we have Sandy Bay's Olivia White in 5th, followed by Reardon of Lindisfarne, and then PLC Perth's Lauren Sutherland back in 7th place. Jocelyn Date, a non-starter for Kinross Wallaroy School. So it's Georgia Bradley that has moved to the 4 here. She's almost out to about a length's advantage over Tiana Bradshaw of the Cathedral School, and Lauren Lyon is coming home very strongly and moving her way into 3rd place, which will rank her 11th overall in this event. Georgia Bradley, coached by Corporal Tim Hughes, and who led Sydney girls to the winners, the top public school in New South Wales rowing. And Georgia Bradley takes out final B. Tiana Bradshaw just holds on for 2nd spot over the fast finishing Lauren Lyon of Leichhardt. 4th goes to Olivia White of Sandy Bay. She's then followed by Celia Cowan of Unity College. Lindisfarne's Reardon is next, and Lauren Sutherland of PLC Perth finishes in 7th.
The presentation of medals for the Under-19 Men's Single Scull Championship of Australia and the Thomas Keller Trophy. Medals to be presented by Rob Scott, President of Rowing Australia and Olympic silver medalist. 3rd place and bronze medalist from Gippsland Grammar, James Gerrand. 2nd place and silver medalist, Sydney Rowing Club's Maxwell Dykeman. Coached by Lachlan Carter, Jason Baker and Donovan Check. Gold medalist and Australian champion from 2015, Nudgee College and the Queensland Academy of Sport, Adam Backer. Coached by John Bowes and Christian Oretto. And Rob Scott will now present the Thomas Keller Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the 2015 Australian champions and medalists in the Under-19 Men's Single Scull.
And the Under-17 Women's Single Scull Championship of Australia is on the course, and what a difference 5 or 6 weeks makes. We saw at the New South Wales Championship, Sky Froebel win this by 4 or 5 boat lengths over Wallis, Russell, and yet as they come through the 1,500 metre mark in just a few strokes time, it is Sky Froebel, only with a very slender advantage. It's sitting around about a length and a half, so Wallis, Russell definitely took the race through in the early stages of this one, but it's Sky Froebel that has moved back into the lead in that third 500 metres. In third, we have Vogel, another one of the very good Corowa scullers that we've seen here this week. She's currently in the bronze medal spot, and then there's a huge gap back to the sculler from Townsville and James Cook University. That's Lauren Smith over in lane number 2. So they're the leading 4 scullers at the moment, but there's a huge gap between bronze medal and 4th place as it currently stands. So Sky Froebel, coached by David Orchard and James Scott at Melbourne Rowing Club. They're on Boathouse Drive there, right near the Princes Street Bridge. And she's moved back into clear water and really dealt with the early challenge and early pressure that the St Margaret's sculler Wallis Russell put her under. So really good to show composure under a lot of pressure that the Tony Elliott, Bill Heinen, Ed Drayden sculler threw at her early. And now we're seeing the Corowa sculler Megan Vogel start to stake her claim for the silver medal on this side of the course. It's those 3 where the medals are going to be decided, and Sky Froebel of Melbourne Rowing Club is well clear. Just so smooth and relaxed. She has a bit of a glance around to see how far there is still to cover before she crosses the line and claims the Australian Championship for the Under-17 Single Sculls. Wallis Russell has just started to just shorten up a little bit and lift the rating in big response to the Corowa sculler, who's reaching a long way forward and putting plenty on the end of those handles. And it's going to go right down to the wire for the silver medal. Corowa currently in 2nd spot, and Wallis Russell having to respond, but no one can respond to Sky Froebel. She's the Australian champion for the Under-17s Women's Single Scullers. Corowa comes home to claim the silver medal. Great finish from Megan Vogel. Finishes ahead of Wallis Russell, who claims the bronze medal. 4th set to go to Townsville and James Cook University's Lauren Smith, ahead of Eliza Gray of St Margaret's in 5th. 6th to go to Rayment of Cathedral School. Kathleen Hanson of Yarra will be 7th, and PLC Perth's Charlotte Hill will complete the 8 sculler field, won by Sky Froebel of Melbourne.
And the unofficial time for the A final of the Under-17 Women's Single Scull, Sky Froebel in a time of 8:06, Megan Vogel 2nd, the margin 5.74, and Wallis Russell 3rd, the margin 0.55.